1391 AD, 5285 AM. All throughout Spain the Jews are massacred, 4,000 dying in the city of Seville alone. It is estimated that 50,000 Jews were killed. The Spanish were having financial problems, and as was the situation throughout Europe, the Jews had an international financial and banking network that was the source of the discontent. 1. Christ, the Power and the Passion. 1394 AD, 5288 AM. Jews from Spain, having escaped the year before, find themselves again expelled, this time from France, as the French people rise up against the Jews and chase them out of the country. This was 2800 years after Israelites settled in Argob and Bashan in Canaan. 1. Jewish supremacism. 1398 AD, 5292 AM. Mongol conqueror Tamerlane invaded India, nearly destroying Delhi. Tamerlane's capital city was Samarkand, which was New Samaria, founded and built by the descendants of the Israelites that came straight out of the Assyrian captivity in the 7th and 6th centuries BC. Samaria was the capital city of Israel, founded in 881 BC. Also in this year, Prince Henry Sinclair, a Grand Master of the Knights Templar and veteran of the Crusades, whose family dated back to the Norman invasion of 876 AD, gathered 12 ships and voyaged to Nova Scotia in the New World. Many believed he explored North America, as did the Norse in 1362. Back on the continent, John Huss, a Czech, lectured profusely upon the doctrines and teachings of the famous John Wycliffe, the English translator and publisher who produced the first widely dispersed Protestant Bible, to the indignation of the Roman Catholic Church, who proclaimed Wycliffe an enemy. At the University of Prague, Huss delivered a fascinating discourse on the beliefs of Wycliffe that resulted with a rash of popularity in educated classes on Wycliffe's and Huss's beliefs. This was 84 years after the Church and French king roasted Jacques de Molay alive, the Grand Master of the Templars, in 1314. This year is 2400 years after the throne of David was established in 1003 BC. 1. Pirates and the Lost Templar Fleet. 2. A short history of the world. 1400 AD, 5294 AM. A metallic meteorite crashed into the region close to Elbingen, Bohemia. When it was found, it still weighed 235 pounds. This is the approximate date for the burning times in Europe, when agents of the Roman Catholic Church searched the countries for forbidden books and confiscated them, tortured and then burned those that were caught with them. 1. Cataclysm. 1401 AD, 5295 AM. Mongol leader Tamerlane conquered Damascus and had a pyramid built of 50,000 human skulls of those men that Mongols had killed there. Tamerlane's capital was Samarkand, New Samaria, and he would go on to conquer cities and nations from Siberia in the north, to India in the far south, the Middle East and the Hellespont to the very border of China. Timur is described by the Arabic Muslim writer Ahmed ibn Arab Shah as tall, mighty in strength, white in colour, with long beard, lame on his right side, powerful in voice, brave and fearless. 1. History in quotations. 1402 AD, 5296 AM. A huge asteroid or comet passed through the inner solar system on a 92 years orbit, perpendicular to the ecliptic, 52 years below the ecliptic and 40 years above, that will collide into the North American continent in 2046 AD. Europeans record the appearance of 2 bright comets in this year. Jacobus Angelus of Ulm wrote a detailed treatise on one of these comets. 1. Introduction to Comets. 1404 AD, 5298 AM. Emperor Hongwu of China, real name is Zhu Di, has 2180 scholars begin the Yongle Dadian project to preserve all the known knowledge and texts of the East. It would take almost 16 years to complete the 4,000-volume encyclopedia. 1. 1421. 1408 AD, 5302 AM. The King of Hungary, Sigismund von Luxembourg, reforms the Societas Draconis. This Order of the Dragon was essentially reborn from a more ancient fraternity of kings and nobles. Vlad Dracul was a member of this order. This was the year 1332, 666 plus 666 of the Indian Saka calendar. 1. The Dragon Legacy. 1409 AD, 5303 AM. Chinese navigator Cheng Ho directed a fleet of the largest seagoing ships ever constructed until that time, save for the Ark of Noah. See 2244 and 2239 BC. The Chinese fleet sailed to Ceylon in the Indian Ocean, and the Chinese erected an upright slab inscribed in 3 languages commemorating the visit: Chinese, Tamil, and Persian. The Chinese imperial policy was to parade the wealth of the empire and exhibit its magnificence rather than dominate over its satellite nations. In this year, Korea published its first text using movable type, the predecessor of the printing press. 1. The Discoverers, Borston. 1414 AD, 5308 AM. Chinese navigator Cheng Ho brought a giraffe from Bengal to China. The African creature had never been seen by the Chinese, and its presence caused a sensation, for the physical attributes of the giraffe matched those of the legendary creature called a qilin, which, intriguingly, sounded to the Chinese as the same as the Somali name the Africans gave the giraffe, Girin. 1. The Discoverers, Borston.